Wait, wait.
Circle, you can tape up the lie, but the facts keep rolling like a wheel in the sky. One world, one shape, no edge to defend. Step up to the data, we do it again. Cardigan, truth comes back around. Cardigan, watch that myth go down. Cardigan, say it loud, say it plain. Cardigan, your flat world breaks the frame, breaks the frame.
Mystic ancient secrets can all be answered when you ask the mystic Access Guru. That is I, the great exalted one. I have come across 3 astral projections through the god plane and the hero metamorphosis to give you the knowledge you deserve.
Hey, that's better. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Westside. All right. Yep. Oh, cool. Right on. Yeah, we'll do that. So the computer works good. The computer works. It didn't get broken in shipping. I was kind of hoping it'd get broken in shipping because put $1,000 insurance on it. But I'm good that it came through. And yeah, we'll get you set up. We'll get you acclimated, show you how to join a game and how to bring people into the squad and shit. But yeah. And I haven't really played a lot recently because, like, the missions I have to do are better, like, when you got somebody helping you. So the plan is to get you and Stanley up to, like, close to where my level is. You know, get your game level up, you know, higher, and then get you more experience and get used to playing together, and then we can help each other out. But yeah, that's the first focus, is getting you guys up. Okay, here we go. Pikachu. Okay, we got an electric eel, live wire, lightning. That's Pikachu would be the only other one. Things that shock. Yeah, electrical things. Hey, Dan. No, it's not a gaming stream. We're just talking about it. Okay. What? Slate, pewter, ash. Misty, things that are gray. No. Dove? Shades of gray. Okay, dove. I didn't know dove was a shade of gray. I always considered doves to be white. Um, Choked up, emotional, overcome, misty. Move to Tears, Brock, Spunk, Rap, and Nemo. What the fuck? Rock, punk, rap, emo. Okay, it's music styles. Yeah, music genres plus starting letter. All right, cool. I'm pretty good at that game. I like it. So we got Roger, and then we're gonna close out with this dipshit. We don't want to hear his copywritten music because that would put this channel in jeopardy.
And debates. But there's misinterpretations too. A lot of people look at it like, oh, he's selling out now. And people believe things.
Is the volume
And
up
they have
enough?
the right to believe it. But what the whole thing is, it makes
Oh, by the way, hold on. To turn the lights on. This is a bottle of kombucha that I'm trying to see how it tastes. It's a little sweet. It's got a little bit of effervescence to it. A little bit of tartness, but the sweetness should go away a little bit as it carbonates, as it goes through the second brewing or second fermentation. Because the yeast and the kombucha will act on the sugar that's in there and eat it up to create the fizzy.
them feel. What's crapping?
Tastes good.
It was the uprising nation. And there's stuff moving around in my house.
Hey, Stanley.
And there's nobody here but me. That's really weird. Stuff settles. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyways, I was looking at ticket prices.
Yeah, I didn't know
Kombucha
Dove
syrup.
Gray was a
And I
flavor.
thought it would be the next step. If I wanted to make a trip to the south, get as close as I can.
A lot of times it's just a game of eliminating wrong choices.
To it. Would Punta Arenas be the closest place according to the Globe? Yeah, but they're off with their stuff. A lot of it. The Globe itself is off. Getting a lot of noise in here.
The globe itself is off.
Yeah, maybe it's upstairs. And people upstairs make noise. Hey, Big Pine, how you doing, man? So I was going to show you guys the ticket prices to get to Punta Arenas. I have enough money in the savings for like the cheapest ones they got. I did
Punta Arenas. I didn't even know her.
not just a glance research. I did a couple of good searches, and it looks like the lowest ticket I can get. Get it on screen. You guys can see it.
I'm funny.
Around $1,200. These are round trips. The Canadian airline wants a lot of money.
Why are you
They
flying
want
out of
almost
Canada?
double what they're asking for here. Not quite, but close. I'm not worried about luxury if I'm going down there. I'm actually going to get there, and I'm going to see if there's a way to charter a boat.
Well, you should ask if you're not going for luxury. You should ask them how you can, like, fly on the outside of the plane, where they just strap you to the wing or something.
Punta Arenas, yes.
That'd be
That's not how
cool.
it's spelled, though, Big Pine.
That'd be so metal. Have seats like for people that want to save a lot of money. They're just seats that are like bolted to the wing with like harnesses. That'd be awesome.
1,200 is not a bad deal. And I'm just wondering what this airline is, so I'm going to go over here and take a look at it. Who is these people?
There's no snacks served on that seating arrangement.
Who is LATM?
Birds. That's your snack. Birds. Whatever birds hit you.
I clicked on it. And it didn't. Oh, here we go. It just gave me the Partridge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he wants to launch a balloon like like during the Blitz. And what is he gonna do with it? Is the cord to like reel it back in? Is that what he's talking about doing? What's he gonna? Is he gonna be in the balloon or cameras?
if I'd buy them earlier, it'll be cheaper. And I want to check and see if I could charter a boat from that area. Uh, The boys down in Australia want me to come down there. I'd like to hang out with them, and if I could charter a boat, probably cheaper from there.
Mm. Those luscious boys from Australia.
So, so it's going to cost me probably close to probably
Those
$2
manly
grand.
men.
Yeah, food,
Do you come
everything,
from the land down
the
under?
ride down, and I'm going to take altimeters and level meters, and we'll
Level meters? You mean levels? It's just called a level, man.
clock the flight
Level meters.
just for posterity's sake. Excuse me.
Okay.
And let's see if I can find a site
None of those things are recording devices to record your experience for posterity. But okay.
where I can charter a boat from there and see if I can get close to Australia.
Okay. Is that what he thinks?
I was just going through old photographs earlier
He
today,
just
and I had some from a couple of
to quote Jed Clampett, that boy just ain't right.
acres out from one of the houses I lived at, and I'm looking at it and how it ramped up in the photograph. But if you were literally there still, if I was in front of my house, out about an acre or two away from the door, I'm looking at it, and it's a straight shot. There's no ramping up in my eyesight when I'm looking at my
Hmm.
front door from the road across the street. Yeah, it's like it's normal. I mean, the further you're away, the horizon ramps up. That's the way the optics work. I think it's in phones and pictures. That's the way the aperture works. Not your vision.
The way aperture works. What does aperture have to do with that?
Take a stop screen. I want to see if I can find a charter.
Oh, okay.
Charter boat. There's got to be a way to do boat charters. Yeah.
I see. Because you can see Antarctica from Tasmania. Okay. So how's that going to confirm a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Is he just going to film the ice to see if it's always like lit?
I'm gonna get a general price tag.
Cool camel.
Oh, these are luxury boats. I don't want those.
Yeah, he's talking about
There's a yacht thing.
renting a yacht.
You get a crew with it. I don't think I can.
There you
afford that.
go. Dude, you can't
There's boat
afford a
rentals. There we go.
rowboat, man.
In Chile.
I mean, I don't think I can afford that. You can always afford dreams.
These don't look too bad. Fishing boats. Yeah.
It's like you ever do this? Kyle Kinane did a comedy routine about it, where you go into you go to these websites like luxury yachts or airplanes and shit, and you like start making excuses as to why you won't buy the thing you can't afford. What? What? It's the knob is encrusted with gold. The knobs are encrusted with gold. Fuck. Do they include baby skulls? No. Well, I don't want it. Shit like that.
Yeah, I got it. It's verifying me. Yeah, I am me. Yeah, I love this shit.
doesn't come with 2 butlers, forget it.
I like the
Charter
water.
a ship. Yeah, he'd probably be best just chartering a ship. Why didn't he do that? He should.
Huh.
He should
I'll show
charter
you
a
guys the
ship
thing.
with a crew
By the way, those aren't just pictures of rocks. These are
just for like 3 hours.
actual things flying around. What's this thing? Saturn. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I just want to get as close as I can. That way, I don't have to spend as much money chartering a boat down that way.
That's
Or I could even. There's a flight
Smart
they
move.
during the solstice, supposedly, where you can view the sun from. I never got to see the whole thing in real time. They're supposed to fly over 24 hours over Antarctica. I remember that because like the sun seemed to be moving away like at 8 o'clock or something. You know, really weird. So let's see. There's TripAdvisor. That's what they're sending me to. But there are like several different ways to charter different kinds of boats, dude. Everything from fishing tours to
oh. Hmm.
probably the best way to do is contact
Yeah,
somebody
that's
locally
better.
there and see if they have
That's better.
a boat that goes to Antarctica. See if I can get a price tag on some of these.
Catch a boat that goes through Antarctica. Did you say through? Like to Antarctica
I
on
want
its
to
way
get all this
somewhere
stuff
else?
squared away before I go. If I can get a boat rental and have it all set up, I can even ship the balloons down there previous to the trip.
See, wow.
And if we get data to the contrary, the best way to do verification is take a trip down there. Chile looks like it's a very mountainous country.
Hey, yes.
This site does more than just boat rides.
It, ALS.
Oh, shit.
AIS? ALS? I'm not sure.
Hey, Lord Richard, how you doing? Oh yeah, by the way, I got Chris's book squared away. He just hasn't woke up yet. I sent him another book, Chile boat rentals. I've never been to Chile. I hear it's cold. So
You
let's see.
hear it's cold?
They were at the beginning when I looked this up here. This is the first time I've looked into rentals yet. I need to get it all squared away before December. There's a fishing boat right there. I don't know if that'll make it all the way to Antarctica. Look
Oh,
at that thing.
yeah, you could have done that.
And this pontoon boat, that was like crap. It's like, oh, we're just gonna go around the shore. I need a boat.
Hmm.
That's why I probably need to contact somebody locally there. See how much they would charge me to do it.
So he thinks he's going to take a boat to Antarctica from Chile?
I'm thinking they're gonna charge like $5,000.
Is it safe to take a boat from Chile to Antarctica?
Yes, it's very safe to take a boat from Chile to Antarctica, even though it crosses the Drake Passage. These are modern commercial or expedition boats departing from southern Chile or nearby Ushuaia, Argentina.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's safe when you're in one of these. Right? It's safe when you're in a fucking expedition vessel. But if you're talking about taking a pontoon boat, man, I wouldn't try it. Hey, Calder.
And at least just to take a solid 24-hour trip out to Antarctica and back again. And I was just wondering if I put up a a small dirigible, which I've seen them. You can actually kind of steer those around comparably to a balloon. You don't have much of a choice with balloons. They're uh, subject to the wind current. You know those great circle routes. I mean, jet streams that pull everything around it.
Yeah, Roger should have gone to the Australia Antarctic Festival and then told everybody there that there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. That would have been funny.
In the upper stratus.
Tell a bunch of drunk Aussies that there's no 24-hour sun.
I don't still see a boat on there. Let's see if I can look at some other site, a better one. Let's take it back. Where was it?
I used to have like 2 cases of like
There's Charter
German
World, Central America yacht.
flip-top bottles.
I can't afford a yacht. This isn't a luxury tour. There's a Chile independent thing. Let's see what this is. This is yacht charter destinations.
This is pretty good.
Yachts. Luxury. Let's go to number 2.
Tastes almost like a fizzy apple juice. It's really good. You can hardly taste any tea.
I don't want to travel.
I like it.
I just want to rent a boat.
Tastes good.
Or somebody that does trips to Antarctica. Looks like there are all these penguin tours.
I like the ginger flavored kombucha. It's what I used to flavor it with. And I'm going to make some ginger syrup. It's like just a sugar syrup that's had ginger boiled in it. So it's extracted all the flavor out of it. And sweeten it with that from now on. Yeah, he's going to circumnavigate Antarctica too.
They got the Galapagos package here.
Yeah, he's going to get himself a fucking pontoon boat down in Chile. And it's going to paddle his way around.
Sponsored by Crew Experts. High end itinerary with private guides and tours from Machu Picchu. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
Probably just
That's Peru. I don't want Peru.
stowaway. He should just stow away on a boat. This motherfucker is not serious at all.
Boat charters. Official website. Rental. Okay. Let's see what this stuff. Yeah, it looks like an Epstein Island tour. This might work with Miami, Virgin Islands, Fort Lauderdale. I need to go further. Going to Antarctica. Let's look up Antarctica. I don't want to go to Rotterdam.
Rotterdam's swinging, dude.
We're teaming up, yeah. I like it took me to another website.
Go to fucking Rotterdam, Amsterdam. Jump a tramp steamer.
Where am I going to?
Hide in that funnel thing. You can hide in that thing. Hide in one of the lifeboats. Bribe a cabin boy to bring you sandwiches. Yeah. Is he paused? Oh shit. Sorry.
Not near me.
I thought he was just not talking.
I want to go there in
Oh
August.
my God, he didn't know how to fucking spell Antarctica. Oh my God.
It's gonna be December. They want an exact date. Let's say on the 17th would be a good day. That's probably when we're getting there. Probably the 18th. Let's say I'm going to take 2 people, not 20. Sorry. I got filters on this thing. There's selection. There's the filters. Do we need a captain? Yeah, I need a captain. I'm not going to take responsibility for the whole ship. My minimum price is 1 to 2. I got
Two
to up that
thousand
price.
bucks. Yeah, see, that's your filter.
Pretty sure it's
Two
going to
thousand
cost me
two
more than that.
$2,000.
It's not letting me change the price range.
You think? Pontoons.
Deck
Here we go.
boat,
Pontoons.
on a
Do
jet
that.
ski, a fish charter.
Oh, that'd be fucking metal. Jet ski your way to from fucking Chile to Antarctica. Go on a jet ski. That'd be fucking awesome.
Probably
He should do
sailboats
that.
are probably the best bet from what it looks
He
like.
should do that.
Ferries, taxis, cruises. No,
Catch a taxi.
that's
There you
not
go. Just take a taxi.
0 listings there. Tours, 0 listings. Let's
There you
try the
taxi. There
ferries,
you go.
taxis,
Find a
cruises.
taxi.
Nope, they don't have that.
Uh-oh. No
I don't think
taxis
you're
to
gonna find anything through
Antarctica.
this site.
No taxi to Antarctica. That's horse shit.
Go back. This isn't gonna work neither. Boatster, boat setter.
What is this guy trying to do, man? What are you trying to? You trying to get the best deal? Trying to figure out a way to get around paying 60
Maybe
grand
the
to go
fishing
to the
charter
fucking
might work.
South Pole?
Let's try this. They're $150 an hour.
There you go.
Huh.
You're not going to make it to Antarctica in one of those, motherfucker.
Where
That's
to?
not going to happen.
Antarctica. They don't have
That's
any
not
fish in
going to
Antarctica.
fucking happen.
Something's telling me no.
CT Antarctica. It just corrects it corrects it
Let's just
for
go
him.
with 1 for now.
That's great. There you go. There you go. Right there. There you go, man. Here's your boat right there. Get that guy to take you.
Well, they don't have any fishing boats to go down there.
You don't say. Do you know where that is,
I
man?
wonder if I could just.
It's a thing called the Drake Passage. The Drake's Passage. It's one of the most violent places for a fucking ship to be on this fucking planet.
Rent a boat.
Shit. Yeah,
Looks like they're doing some of these, like the small
get
craft
that
for
guy to
$5.50
take
a
you,
day.
man.
The larger boat, $400 an hour and up. At 24 hours, so let's do the math on that one. 4 times 24.
Here we go. You listening? 4 times 24. Right? Well, the way I figured is there's 4 25s and 100, but you're only doing 24, so you subtract 4 from 100 and you get 96.
Well, 4 times 4 is 16. Carry you 1 over. 4 times 2 is 6. $7,200 to rent.
There you go. 4 times 2 is 6.
Rent one probably. Seem about right for 24 hours. Then there's still the time up and down. Yeah, I would
And
take a white
nobody in his chat corrected him.
water rafting fine. That would be
Nobody
yeah.
corrected him.
I would need a set of crew, wouldn't I? For sure. Hey, Lev, how you doing? Anybody want to join the crew? We could do the Antarctic coast. I was told the waters aren't policed. Something tells me it's different. Hey, there may be some flat earthers down in Australia way that actually have a boat. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1K, dude. It's a big gap, dude. I don't think the gap is quite as
Pirate.
large as what they say because I've looked at some charts that say like 5,000, some say like 3,000. It varies between there. Depends on where you are. I think Australia, and I can't use their maps, man. Their maps in the south are fucked.
Why you say that?
Sure, we'll catch a ride with the Sea Shepherd. Hmm. Yeah, to hop in that tin can and pray for death. Yeah. Hope the engine's still working. Maybe I can get on the Japanese whaling ships. Sit on a deck and wait for them to toss poisons and acid over the top. Keep eating well. Yeah, that little fishing boat there, I don't think that would make it neither.
No, it wouldn't.
Even at that price. I mean, that's a good price. Need something like that sailboat there. That was like
No, you don't.
watch me get
You need
capsized.
something with a
Eaten
steel
by an
fucking
orca.
hull, dude.
Yeah, I don't think they have orcas down there. Out there. Sorry. Anyway, you look at azimuth and they're all directional. And they're all with a reference to a flat plane.
Uh, is it?
180 degrees from north to south. So 180 degrees from east is west
Yeah,
on the compass.
yeah.
And they only use like a quarter of that circumference. And then they claim the rest of their turn is spherical excess.
No. I have no idea what you just said, but no. That's not what anybody does.
They like to add that physics into their equation. Gravity is
Hmm.
as a physical thing, and that's just the weight of things. They like to add it to their azimuth, and then they had the sphericity in there too, and claim that because they
He's just saying technical terms. That's all he's saying. They don't. The words he's saying don't mean anything. It's just a bunch of technical terms.
deviate, it's nothing to do with tides. We got drop. No, the tide drops. It's on average. That's why the almanacs have that 1.9 or whatever it is. They kept asking me about. It has nothing to do with sphericity of the water. It has everything to do with the level of the water across the seas. Why would they put that in the almanac? I don't
What?
know. I just figured it. Just thought about it. Sat around this. I looked at the tide averages across the earth, and like, yeah,
Hmm.
there's a drop and rise, so they want to average it out, so you'll have some sort of drop. They can be, yeah. They've been taught this all their life, and they hope the solar system is a real thing.
Huh.
And then NASA's making their dreams come true by putting it on TV with actors like Christina Cox and others. I'm pretty sure they are all been actors this whole time. Once they figured out they couldn't get that high of flight, even with rockets. Pretty
What
funny.
the fuck are you talking about, Roger?
Leo does some
Serious.
great exploits
Serious, Roger. What in the fuck are you talking about?
on that. Is a couple of videos where he's in their he's landmarking the space shuttle and trying to time its speed across the eastern seaboard. It's not going as fast as they say it is. It's just obvious as hell, flying like an airplane. Hey, Martin, how you doing? Yeah, Martin Levin, and who is computer fan? Huh. How are you doing, whoever you are? I got a computer fan. Yeah, so getting a plane ticket down there is not going to be hard. Or out there. There you said out, down. It's just you got to keep your directionality, and that's the good mix up. If I did a lot of compass work and was out at sea, I would be saying out there in the offing. You know,
That's pretty cool.
you know what
Dan?
I'm talking about, Big Pine. If you're working that boat,
Hey, Citizen 9.
all right.
That's pretty cool, Dan. Yeah, it's like they're
I thought
just.
it's just like what's next. So uh, I think that we should go try it in Australia. So let's see. Let's get some plane tickets for Australia. Australia. Good day.
Australia, 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 we love you, amen.
Take that boat off the screen. So I mean,
This there's the wattle, it's the emblem of our land. You can stick it in a bottle, you can hold it in your hand.
if I could get somebody down there, I knew somebody down there that had a vessel, I would even compensate them for the use of it. I mean, they're putting their neck on the line there. So let's redo the search. I'm going to be leaving for Denver. I'm trying to think of a good port city there.
You can
And,
take a bus. Take a bus.
take that off. And
Just
Australia.
take a bus through Mexico and South America. That'd be awesome.
How do you spell Australia? I forgot. I think there's an I in it. Yeah. Let's try to search it. I ain't gonna try to spell it. Not that. Not Walla Walla.
Okay, that camel's talking.
How do you spell Australia?
Mm.
I'm so used to this abbreviating it. Like everybody, this is a
AUS
lazy way to do things. Let me look it up.
TRALIA.
Chris ain't awake yet.
Dude,
He didn't
dude.
answer me back. Yeah, I got it.
Cool.
I was kind of close. I thought, but I don't have spell correct on the computer anymore.
Yeah, it was kind of close to Australalia.
I gotta flex that spelling muscle.
Just trying to find a ticket to Australalia.
How about Melbourne? Is that on the coast? I know it is.
That's Mr. Drysdale's name.
This is give me an idea.
It's in Beverly Hills. The head of the bank.
That keeps taking me back to. This,
Yeah, you could drive there. Now, come on, Calder, give him a break. He's not smart. He has an excuse. he's
It won't let
retarded.
me. Look, I got to start a new search. Is what I got to do.
Wow. Yeah, he's not
It's taking me
smart
back to
at
the
all.
same page for Punta Arenas.
Not one
I'm
little
pretty
fucking
sure it's not
bit.
going to be much more. I'm going to say it's going to be about 1,700 to fly down there. So 1,700 to
End of
fly to
Austria.
like
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Where's these mountains come
Hey,
from?
Sav. Yeah, I'm getting my shit
They,
together, dude.
they got mountains in Australia?
Yeah, if everybody else wants to get into my shit for some reason.
The Australian Alps.
I think it's
Ah,
really, really, really
just,
expensive just to actually go
I
to
gotta,
Antarctica.
I gotta
So
pee.
they're
All
gonna
right,
make
I'll
sure
be right back.
you're gonna pay the piper. There's only like 2, 3 different things, and it's all the same people, and they don't want me to go.
They don't want me to go.
I've talked to the owner of ALE personally. That was a fun conversation. Hey, Josh. Is my Google Meet still up and running? Yeah. So if you guys want to come up, you can, but I'm not going to be on too much longer. I got to go watch the kids this morning. No, they're painting a picture. They're reifying their model. It is a model. That's all it really boils down to. Well, cheers. Yeah, I think that the biggest price tag I saw $118,000 for a month, and you got to go through this program. They teach you everything what you cannot do while you're there. And I seriously doubt anybody that's got that kind of money is going like, oh, I'm going to debunk a globe today or a globe model. True, they don't have it. It's all speculation when it comes to like what the stars are. Burning balls of gas. I've looked at them. I didn't see any burning balls of gas. They eternally burn, and that gas just recycles itself somehow or another. And it seems to be attracted to some center point of the singularity they call gravity.
God damn it, you're dumb.
I'm still waiting for those gravity measurements
Holy
too.
fuck.
In geodetics is with the gravity in this area. And you turn it with a lumpy ball of cancer. I could go fishing in Chile. You guys want to pay for a fishing trip? Catch me a swordfish. I'll mount it on the wall. Get the marlin. I'm getting bored. Not really. Just tired. It's been a long week. I have to watch the grandkids every day now. For a couple hours, but wake up, do that, and then go to work for like 4 days straight, and then 2 days off. And I have to watch one of those days. I have to watch the kids the full day. I don't mind that. That's what I have been doing. Gravity is a description of how it has a directional vector down. The weight goes down, and due to its density and the medium that it's in. But not everything falls at the same rate in its medium. Everything has a different density too. Oh, by the way, how's the book going? How far did you get read in it? Supposedly, I'm handing out free copies of books only when I pay for them. Wesley's running around telling everybody I'm handing out this pirate website where Nathan's book can be got for free. He's got screenshots of me doing it. Wow. I even talked to the guy I supposedly gave it to. He doesn't know what he's talking about. They're anything to defame the messenger. They're trying to make Nathan look bad. They've been trying to shut his channel down for the last 8 years or so, and I'm just constantly.
Because he's a fucking horrible, horrible person, Roger. That's why. He's a horrible, horrible, nasty, evil, mean fucking person.
Consequently in the way of it to support Nathan. And I have my own channel. Or
He lies to people for a living.
Tamara keeps emailing me. She wants to come on the show, so yes, he.
And lies are the only thing he offers, Roger. Lies. He offers no truth, no proof, no evidence, no measurements, no observations, no anything, no tests, no experiments, nothing. He offers nothing but proof for the globe and a nasty attitude. That's why we want him shut down. Because he's a fucking asshole.
He's a pet wedding punk. I think he's autistic too, dude. Michael's got some screenshots of him just from chat sitting there. Oh, you ask questions about it when you look at like, is it all there? I don't know. I'll talk to Michael. I want to look at those again. No, not really. I don't. You gotta have pity on him, dude. To a point. I'm gonna get out of these fights.
Have pity on who?
So I mean, make it down there on the
Have pity on who? You fucking idiots? Yes, we do pity you.
out there on the solstice would be fun. The idea is a live stream. That's another story. How much did Duffel Bag pay for for all their trip? I don't know. Supposed TFE journey to the inner sanctum of Antarctica. Just give me a full fleet of ships, and I could just sail around the whole thing. I could document it. In this day and age, I could do like a James Ross Clark. Get back to work, soft. And actually physically do it in 4K. I could make a documentary. I could take that same journey that James Ross Clark did, like 3 ships, 4 ships on average, and uh, charter the region, man. That would be cool. Yeah, how much that would fucking cost? I'd be GoFunding me for 30 years, still not make enough. Dead air.
Yeah, the apple, the
They're
tree,
the only
you
two
know.
ideas I have. Charter a boat. D-Man had the idea. Put up a balloon. If we could get the balloon to transmit the signal from the cameras to a substation of some sort, and we could record that or broadcast that. If we could get the balloon over Antarctica. Yeah. Look at balloon prices. D-Man's already got this. I think they were like $175 just for the balloons themselves, and I had to buy the cameras.
Yeah.
And I don't think the signal would actually go. Could be that strong, even with batteries. How far I could broadcast the video. Put a Starlink right.
This gets better and better.
Mariner kit on it. Those are
Keeps
like
getting
$400.
better. It's great. It's
That
fucking
could work.
amazing.
Yeah. Have it feed live.
It's fucking awesome.
I know. Hook miniature drones on it. Have them shoot out at the bottom. Record. Transmit back to it. You could get like a 360 panoramic view of at the 90th. That's where I'd want to get it. Well, gentlemen, I got a couple ideas. I'm gonna get started on it, but I want to go take a shower, get everything together, go dig through my storage, see if I can find the old cases that I had. I'll play out with a song. This is a short one, only 37 minutes long. Not too bad, but I'm just giving you an idea what I'm looking at. So, it's not that big of a price just to get down to South America or Australia. I travel through space all the time, Big Pine. I'm traveling through space right now. My arm is actually traveling through space. It's not a vacuum neither for some odd reason. It's just the distance between me and a solid object. That's definitions. And it's not I'm not fighting over what the celestials are. Didn't tell you. I have a good idea. I got speculation. I've seen some demonstrations. Ryan used to do demonstrations all the time. Matter of fact, we should go back to doing a couple of those. He has cymatics. He did a couple demonstrations like that. I want to do like a star in a jar, see if we can reproduce that. That would be cool. All right, guys. I'm going to go get ready.
He is one dumb fucking human. All right. When I can get it set up, I want to connect my tablet, my drawing tablet, to my computer so I can like sketch during the show. I think I want to do that. I used to be pretty artistic. I used to be able to draw pretty well, but I haven't drawn in a long time. I've just used like computers to do shit, and so I've lost like the human touch. So I want to try that. I want to try to get back into it. So this is back to Mystery Teachings. He researched Flat Earth for 3 years. Here's part 5, Finding the Curve.
We have just arrived to one of the most important milestones in this entire journey, the curvature of the Earth. If we can find and prove the curve, then we live on a globe. If we cannot, then the Earth is flat. Let's talk about it.
Oh, by the way, I can get a pack of Napa cabbage seeds for $5 from Amazon. And I'm sure it'll make a lot of heads of cabbage. So I'm going to do that. I can just make... How long can you store kimchi, I wonder?
Earth have a curvature or not. And as always, we're gonna look into all kinds of possibilities. We're gonna travel to the oceans, we're gonna go higher and higher and higher, and I'm gonna show you some interesting footages, because obviously
Because I'll make that shit 5 gallons at a time.
the higher we go, the more we should see the curvature of the Earth. But that's just one example. We're gonna do a lot of other things to prove or disprove whether the Earth has a curve or not, and that will determine how this entire series will continue. And as always, I'm not here to convince you about anything, I just show you what
I'm not here to convince you about anything. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are.
I found, and as always, you decide for yourself. Fair enough? Welcome to Mystery Teachings, my name is Gergő. If you are new to the channel, then welcome and namaste. Or if you are a returning beautiful soul, hey, thanks for coming back, I appreciate you. So let me just start with this one, because the flat side says that if there were any measurable curvature, there wouldn't be any flat earthers. And that makes me think, so at the beginning of this video, I really just want to show you.
But there is measurable curvature. That's how we know the Earth is a sphere, dipshit. It's measurable.
A couple of pictures, because they indeed look flat, but I don't want to say that just because these photos look flat and you can see a straight horizon line, that means that the Earth is flat. No, I wouldn't do that, because I think we need to go higher, much higher, to see any curvature. But these pictures are really interesting. I mean, if you look at this one, it's interesting, right? And if there's no curvature and we put a grid on this photo, for example, then at what point we're gonna see any curvature? But anyway, so this is just really a few photos, as I said, and I don't want to suggest anything, but that's Mountain Fuji in the background, for instance, or this is much higher, for example. So again, how can we find the curvature of the Earth, which I said
We measure it, dipshit. That's how you find the curvature of the Earth. It's fucking huge, man. It's fucking huge. Well, I'm not even gonna fucking go through this again on GeoGebra, but go to GeoGebra, make a circle, zoom in on it, and if you zoom in enough, it will look flat. The same way as this horizon does. As a matter of fact, this horizon has curvature. Were you aware of this, dumb fuck? This horizon has curvature. So,
At the beginning of this video, we're gonna do that in this episode.
yeah, so see, it's closer here than it is here. Right? See that little bitty gap? And you go out to here and it's a lot thicker, a lot bigger gap. It's a lot bigger gap out here too. See that, man? Do you see that?
And first, let me show you these 4 mountains. This is very interesting. And if we look at the official curvature formula, because we have one, obviously, which is 8 inches per mile squared, which means that at 1 mile distance, the formula is 1 times 1 times 8, which is 8 inches. And then at 2 miles, it's 2 times 2 times 8.
Right. This isn't the Earth curvature formula. 8 inches per mile squared is the formula for a fucking parabola. You dipshit. It's not for a circle. That's what you're measuring, a circle.
And then 3 times 3 times 8, so 8 inches per mile squared. And this is how we're going to get all the information we need. And here it is in miles from earthcurvature.com. So just remember.
I think we did. Let's try 6.
In today's video, we continue our conversation about the curvature of the Earth. And even though in the previous part we couldn't find it, there's still a lot of areas that we didn't cover, like ships disappear over the curvature of the Earth, why is that and how is that, or long distance photography and videography, or long distance laser tests, whether they reach their target or not, and a lot of other things, so let's talk about it. If you have seen the previous part, you know that we tried a couple of things to see and detect and prove the curvature of the Earth. We went up really high and we couldn't find it, and we talked about wide angle lens and a couple of other things, but we still didn't finish, and in this part we continue the journey and I still want to find the curve. So as I said, I have a lot of ideas and I don't want to make this intro too long, so let's just jump into it. And my aim in this video is to answer one simple question: where is the curve? That's all I want to know. Welcome to Mystery Teachings. My name is Gergő. If you are new to the channel, then welcome and namaste. Or if you are a returning beautiful soul, hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's continue exactly where we finished the previous part. So first one, this photo, and the globe site claims that this is the curvature and this is proof of the curvature. The flat side sometimes say that, oh look, also the Concorde is curved, but the Concorde looks like that, so you know that's not a good explanation. With this case, I can do what I did previously and just complete the circle, and this is what you get. So this is the problem here. Or here is another example, and as you can see that.
What's the problem? What's the problem? See, all circles have the same rate of curve. All circles have the same rate of curve. Not the same radius, the same rate of curve. 1 degree is going to look curved the same way on something that's huge and something that's teeny. If you increase the size of a small circle, it's going to fucking match a big circle. This guy's an idiot. He really is a fucking idiot.
Concorde would be a way too big, so
yeah, I mean, there's the curve. He's showing it right here. So yeah, he's not good at this.
That's not curvature. Now, when it comes to these photos, I mentioned this one in part 1
Yeah.
when I was talking about
Yeah, where's the bottom of this tower? Or this tower? Or this tower? Where's the bottom, man?
those Facebook debate groups. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. But I want to talk about this photo and this photo.
There you go. That's a good one, man. That shows, well,
Seen it, go and check it out. But I want to talk about
yeah, this shows curvature. Absolutely. That's the curvature of the earth, man.
this photo and this photo because
Yeah, so where's the whole thing of this one? See, this is the top. This is like this one right here. This would be this much of that one. But it's way down here. Where is it, dude? Where's the whole fucking pylon for this one? Huh? Can you explain it? I'm sure he'll have some excuse for it.
because somebody said in the previous part that, oh, now I'm in trouble because I show you these and you can see the curvature. And I just want to remind you that I'm not here to prove or disprove flat earth. I'm here to
Oh, you're not here to prove or disprove flat Earth. So you can't prove the Earth is flat.
show you what I found, and I just tell you
So you're just gonna show us how you don't understand anything. Not here to try and prove the flat Earth, because you can't, and you know you can't.
when I think it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. So I'm not afraid to talk about these photos. I do want to talk about them because it looks like you see
See, this couldn't happen on a flat Earth, man. Could never happen on flat Earth, ever.
curvature there, but in both cases the problem is the same, that you have a straight horizon line. So
Right, that's because the Earth is fucking huge, man. Go back to when I was talking about, oh, fuck it, we'll do this here. Oh, wait, it's on a, it's, where is it? Oh, it was fucking bookmarked here. Why isn't it now? I should add the shortcut. So go to GeoGebra. I mean, this guy really is dumb, man. He really is fucking ignorant. So he goes, circle, right? Here's a circle. There's a circle, right? Well, if you're standing on a circle that's 4,000 miles in radius, if you're standing on it, guess what it's going to fucking look like, asshole? It's going to look like that. It's going to look like a goddamn straight line because you're so fucking close to a 4,000 mile radius, an 8,000 mile wide fucking sphere. That's what the horizon's going to look like. But just like if you take a 2x4 at the hardware store, look at it sideways, it looks pretty straight. But if you turn it on its end, you can see what you can see that minute bend, and you could tell, okay, well, this is if it looks like this, that's the side I need to put up when I nail it to the joist if you're doing a floor.
it is not possible.
See, he doesn't understand force perspective. He doesn't understand foreshortening. He doesn't understand anything, really. Scale? He's got no fucking clue about that. Has no fucking explanation for why these are fucking underwater. He doesn't have an explanation for that. I fucking guarantee it.
Possible that, in one direction, in this direction, you have a curvature, but if you look at it horizontally, the horizon line looks completely level and straight. That would only be possible if the Earth was shaped
No, asshole. No. You're fucking wrong.
like a paper towel roll, but we know that's not the case. So here is another example with this causeway, which is 20.
Okay, why is this curved? Why is that curved? Why is that curved?
3.8 miles long, and there is this photo saying that, oh, there's the curvature. Same thing,
Yeah.
straight horizon line.
Yes, absolutely.
And if we look at it from an aerial footage, you can see that there is no curvature there.
You've changed the angle. You've changed that forced perspective. You're a dishonest motherfucker is what you are.
So what's going on with these photos? And one logical explanation
He really is a dishonest piece of shit, isn't he?
I found is, for example, this photo with these Legos on a table. They
Yes, they're not in a line. This one is further left than it needs to be. See how you got uneven spacing? See, these are not in a straight line. They're curved. They're staggered back to give the illusion of a curve.
look the same. So I think this is only just some optical illusion, nothing else. Or here
No, this is a dishonest piece of shit flat earther trying to say, well, this is why it looks like that, but it's not. See, the causeway, those towers, they're all in a line.
it is with these screws, you see the same thing. And here is a third example with these markers, and you see the same thing. That's not curvature. This
No, this is a curve. You can fucking see this is curved, man.
is just how it looks like. So again,
You're looking below the level of the table, dude. You're a fucking dishonest piece of shit. You really are.
with these photos, it must be something else. And
So it wouldn't be a curve? It wouldn't be curvature that these things are behind? It wouldn't be that. God forbid.
when I first
Wow.
looked at it, I'll be honest, I thought the same, that okay, that might be curvature, but knowing what I know now, let me show you my little
You don't know shit now, motherfucker. You don't know anything. Oh, that's dead.
conversation with artificial intelligence again. So I was
pretty good.
asking how much water is in the air, especially above seas or oceans.
How much water is in the air? Wow. You're really reaching.
Is it possible that the amount of water drops in the air can create a magnifying glass effect?
No. Do you know how magnifiers work? How magnifying glasses work? Do you know how they work, man? That's not how a magnifying glass works. Sorry.
And how we see things in the background. And ChatGPT tells me this: the amount of water in the air varies depending on temperature, pressure, and humidity. Over seas and oceans where evaporation is high, the air can hold significant moisture. The maximum amount of water vapor air can hold increases with temperature. For example,
Yeah, that's just humidity. That has nothing to do with a magnifying effect.
at 30 degrees Celsius, air can hold about 30 grams of water per cubic meter. At 10 degrees Celsius, it holds only about 9 grams per cubic meter. So this is already interesting. Can water droplets in the air
Why would that be interesting?
act like a magnifying glass? Yes, water droplets can bend and distort light, affecting how we see this.
Distort light, can bend and distort light. See, that's not what a magnifying glass does. A magnifying glass doesn't distort light.
And objects. This happens through refraction, scattering, and diffraction.
Right. It doesn't make things larger. It doesn't make the horizon look curved. It doesn't.
Some key optical effects include 1. Fata Morgana, or however you pronounce it,
They just struggle, don't they?
mirages at sea. Light bends due to temperature differences in the air, making distant objects appear stretched, distorted, or even floating. For example, this photo. It looks like the boat is floating, but we know that's not possible.
Right. That's because the water is the same. It's basically like a mirror at that point, and it's reflecting the sky.
Number 2. Glory
It's not a goddamn mirage, man. That's not a mirage.
effect and fog bars. Tiny water droplets scatter and reflect light, creating bright rings or halos around objects. Okay. Number 3. Magnification. Large droplets like raindrops or dense mist can act like miniature lenses, briefly magnifying small parts of the background. However, this effect is usually weak and local rather than forming a large-scale magnifying glass. If
So there you go.
you're thinking of something like a large-scale natural lens in humid air above the ocean, it's more likely that temperature layers bending light cause apparent size distortions rather than actual magnification from water droplets themselves. So it is possible, and there is a logical explanation to it.
No, it's basically saying no, it's not possible. It's saying no, it's not possible.
Now, to make sure that we all understand everything, I was also asking what's the difference between reflection and refraction. So they are both behaviors of light or other waves.
You didn't know the difference between reflection and refraction?
When they interact with different surfaces or media, but they are distinct phenomena. One, reflection occurs when a wave, such as light, bounces off a surface without changing its medium. The angle at which the wave hits the surface is equal to the angle at which it bounces off. Example, a mirror reflecting light. Okay, this is clear. Number 2, refraction occurs when a wave passes from one medium to another, for example, from air to water, changing its speed and direction. This
or density within a medium.
bending effect is due to the change in the wave speed as it moves between media with different optical densities. Example, a straw appearing bent in a glass of water, or in this case, a pencil. It's the same thing, that's refraction. So in short, reflection is bouncing back while refraction is bending due to a change in medium. Okay, now that we understand this, here is this footage which is interesting because you see the same thing, but those buildings, just as I said in the previous part, they are not slanted, they are not twisted away from you as they should if there was curvature there. So there must be something else. And if you...
So how much curvature do you think there should be? How much tilt, lean away? Do you think there should be 1, 2 degrees? How far is that? 60 miles? That's 1 degree. So you think this should be tilted away 1 degree, and you should see that? You should be able to detect that with your weak ass eyes. Where's the bottom of these fucking buildings, man? See, he's talking about everything but the missing parts of these fucking buildings.
Look at it, how far they zoomed in to see these buildings. Well, again, that doesn't look like curvature to me. So
Oh, it doesn't look like curvature to you. Well, what is blocking those fucking buildings, man? What is it? You're just denying now. You're just in denial. Dude, you're sad.
Let me show you something from Rob Skiba because he explains this phenomenon really well.
If the atmosphere, especially over water, is made up of zillions and zillions of tiny convex drops of water, then collectively perhaps they all combine to make one big convex lens.
No, that's not how optics works, man. That's not how fucking... See, if that was the case, you couldn't breathe because you'd be underwater, man. You'd be under fucking water. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, Lisa. Oh, my God. Rob Skiba was a dumb motherfucker, you know that?
In which case it would act like a magnifying glass. Using the sheet right here,
Oh, you mean the wrong half of the sheet when you should have been using the top half that will show you exactly what happens in reality?
The city up, a little cutout of the city, and now I've got the big magnifying glass sheet. Bring the camera right up to the lens. See, that's the normal view of the city. Now let's back up again.
The science is the same of that of a lens. Here's a simple example.
So if you're looking at Chicago here,
The atmosphere really is...
See, he's using the wrong half of the lens. He should be using the top part. He should have cut this in half and used the top half. See, that's what he should have done if he was an honest person.
acting like a lens.
yes.
atmosphere really is acting like a lens, and this is how much of the city
Who the fuck was that just said that? Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck are these guys?
atmosphere really is acting like a lens, and this is how much of the city is missing due to the lensing effect, the magnification of the atmosphere.
No, that's due to curvature, dipshit.
You're missing, a good portion of the city just by pulling my iPhone back on a 3-foot long desk. That's how much I lost of the city.
Here are some more examples like this orange, and if we remove the magnifying sheet, you can see it's still there. The table is not curved, or you can see it with this ship that is disappearing.
Right, there's no magnifying sheet in the way, dipshit. It's just air, man.
And
this is going over the curvature of the earth. You dumb, dishonest piece of fucking garbage.
Actually, it's pretty much the same how and why we see the sunset the way we see it, but we will talk about the sun and sunrise and sunset and all of that in a different episode, because there's much more to it and there's a lot more to understand with that one. But this is basically the same thing, or as we can see it with this time lapse, you can see the horizon line rises and falls depending on the
yes, but this isn't the horizon. This isn't the horizon. This is the horizon back here.
Amount of water in the air. And you can see the whole city completely disappears. You can see the same thing with the background, with that mountain, that it's visible and then it's not visible. So this has nothing to do with curvature. This is due to this atmospheric effect. So back.
Right, that is. But not this. Where's the atmospheric effect here, dude? Where is that?
To these photos, again, probably.
Where's the atmospheric effect? All these lines look straight. Now, I mean, to me, they do. Do these look straight to anybody else? I mean, they look straight to me. I'm pretty good at judging straight. And none of these are bent, warped. Nothing, man. Blurred, wavy.
Probably it's the
I think you're just fucking lying, man.
Same thing. If you think it doesn't, then tell me what you think. Leave a comment below, because that's a logical explanation for me. But
no, that's not a logical explanation for anybody. You're just in denial.
I cannot say that this is curvature.
You are completely fucking... Okay, if you have a... Let's say you have an overpass, right? That's bowed, right? It's bowed. It's higher in the middle than it is on the ends. And you stand on one end of it and you watch cars drive over. Are you going to see those cars disappear, tires up, bottom up? Yeah, you will, won't you? Yeah, you will. It's the same thing, dumb fuck. Just on a bigger scale here.
Again, for the same reason. It's not possible that we have curvature one way.
It is. That's why you have to take a 2x4 and turn it on end to see any kind of a curvature to it. If you see a a generally straight 2x4 laying on the ground and you look at it this way, it's not going to look bent. Once you get it home, you look at it on end and, oh man, it's got a little curve to it, right? Right? Or if you're playing pool, see all the pool sticks on the rack on the wall look straight when you're looking at them perpendicularly. But once you take them and you look at them on end, one might have a little bend to it, another one might have a little sway to it. That's how you detect that they're bent. You're a dumb motherfucker. You are a dumb, dishonest piece of shit, man. Gorga.
But not the other way. So all I'm saying is that even if it looks like that you see curvature, it doesn't always mean that it's actually the curvature itself. That's all I'm saying. Now let's talk about this photo, because this was taken by a flat earther and they sent...
Okay, where's the bottom of the buildings? Where's the bottom of the buildings, man? Where's the street?
It to mainstream media, and here is what the local meteorology.
Right. This is a rare occurrence because you have heavy enough refraction to allow us to see that far. But normally you don't.
This guy said about this photo.
This photo from Grand Mere State Park. This is from Joshua Nowicki. And what you're seeing here is a mirage. We typically would not be able to see this from the Lake Michigan shore. We talked about this last night. Conditions are right on the lake that we're actually seeing a mirage.
The atmosphere is acting like a lens, which magnifies the city, brings it up a little closer, and
No, that's see you've edited this dumb motherfucker into that news story.
as it does so, we start to lose a little bit of the bottom of the buildings, and perhaps due to the density in the atmosphere, there's additional refraction that takes place that makes it drop down even more. Is that what happened?
No, Rob. Rot in hell, Rob.
Let's look at it from another angle here, from the side view. I'll bring our graphic back in of refraction. Let's go ahead and orient the graphic so it better represents what we're looking at here. I'll angle the light rays to show the density of the air here causing the refraction, and bring our lens in so we can magnify the city. It brings the city up, and as it does so, we start to lose a little bit of the bottom of the city.
Why would you lose a little bit of the bottom of the city, Rob? Why? Why would you not see the bottom? If you're magnifying it, how would you not see the more of it? How is that possible, Rob? Fucking dumb, dishonest, dead motherfucker.
And perhaps either due to the magnification
Jesus
or
Christ.
due to additional refraction, maybe it is dropped down a little bit more.
Oh.
And this is what we end up with.
See, that's not how light works, dipshit. It really isn't.
Huh. Just like we saw. Now this is a still frame from the half-hour video that I did, and the numbers you see there are all based on the numbers that Tony was giving me based on his device. His device said it was 37 nautical miles, which is 42.6 statute miles, but when you plot the same exact location that we were at, the exact distance you get on Google Earth is 46 miles. So you basically add about 4 miles to all the numbers that you saw in the half-hour video.
Okay, so what is a mirage? It's an optical illusion caused by atmospheric conditions, especially the appearance of a sheet of water in a desert or on a hot road caused by refraction of light from the sky by heated air. So this is a mirage, or as you can see it on this photo, the ship is the actual ship, but you can see we have a false horizon because there's a mirage there. How you can see that mirroring effect basically, or here is another example on the road. As the truck is getting closer, you can see that basically you see the same mirroring effect. So that's a mirage, but it gets closer and then.
So thanks for telling us that you don't know shit about perspective or geometry. Thanks, Dick. Jesus, after your fucking beating on Tunes the other night, I'm surprised you're fucking showing your face, man.
And it becomes more and more visible as it actually looks like. And now guess what happened? This guy I just showed you, this meteorologist, he said later in TV that he received a lot of email from people and they were really upset. Here is a short clip about that.
Chief Meteorologist Tom Coombs here, and I want to talk about mirage. I thought it wasn't that big of a deal when I shared this picture about a year ago from Joshua Nowicki. You could see the entire Chicago skyline all the way down to almost the shore of Chicago from the shores of Lake Michigan. Something I said was impossible, at least under normal conditions. This had to be a mirage or some sort of focusing by the atmosphere because there was a big inversion that night. Thought it was pretty straightforward. Did a quick 30-second explainer on there and moved on with my weathercast. Well, email after email later. This is just a few of those emails. Facebook posts, comments. I was shocked to find out that there are a number of people that believe the Earth is still flat, and that to them, this is actually proof that the Earth is flat.
Well, I'm not saying it proves or disproves anything, but that's definitely interesting that the city shouldn't be visible. But anyway, let's move on because we have still a lot of interesting things to do and talk about. First, let's talk about long distance photographies. And first I was gonna give you multiple examples, but then I realized that if we don't have curvature at one location, it's probably missing everywhere else. So I will give you 3 examples of long distance photos. This is the first one, and feel free to pause it if you want, but basically...
So this is the 6th part to his series, and he still hasn't proven the Earth is flat.
We have 2 photos from 11 miles and 18 miles away. And also in the bottom, it tells us that the arch bridge is 40 feet tall. Now, when we do the calculation, even with the shorter 11 miles distance, we have 80 feet of curvature. That's twice as much as the height of the arch bridge itself. So even with the shorter distance, it shouldn't be visible. And from 18 miles, we have 216 feet of curvature. But here is the photo, and the arch is perfectly visible. Now that's weird, right? Okay, here is the next one, which is actually a Guinness World Record. And you can see it's a photo from 443 kilometers. You can see some details of the camera and some other stuff here. Again, pause it if you want. So the photo was taken on July 16, 2016, and here it is. So it's a world record photo from 400 and...
No, man, you don't know how fucking geometry works, dude. Here, we'll delete everything. We'll turn on the wait a second. Okay, here we go. So we got flat Earth. And we got a person standing here. Then we got buildings out here. I'm just going to draw one of them. Got it? Oops. Yes, we'll just do that. So tell me, man, at what point does this flat water here block your fucking vision? At what point does this water block your cone of vision to this building? Huh? If I select these points and go to move them, yeah, see, it's never going to block your vision, your view, ever. I move these things all the fucking way out here, man. At what point is this water going to block, going to get in the way of your fucking vision, man? When, dick? When does that happen? The Earth isn't flat, motherfucker.
43 kilometers, and they even show you the surrounding mountains as well.
Hey, Donnie.
And here it is on the map. You can see a crazy long distance. And
hey, Cygnus.
then also the article gives us some other photos, a picture with wide angle and a missing silhouette few minutes before sunrise and then after sunrise, and you can't see anything. So again, this really depends on atmospheric and weather conditions. Now the article also did the calculation for us with the altitude and the target distance in miles and feet, and you can see that there should be 16,500 feet of curvature. Here it is in the metric system. So with 443 kilometers, there's the altitude as well. and the target hidden height is 5,000 meters, which is 5 kilometers. And again, you can see all the mountains. So again, where is the curve? But this is my absolute favorite, and actually this should be the Guinness World.
Topography on the water? I mean, there's topography on a calm day on the water? Okay. Where was all the topography between the cameraman and Chicago? Where was that?
World record. I'm not sure why it isn't. Maybe they just didn't bother to send it to Guinness World Records. But this is from Mount Snowdon. They captured Mont Blanc, which is 700 miles or 1,127 kilometers away. This photo was taken.
Right, and they're on a fucking mountain. They're on a fucking mountain, man.
On July 25th, 2021. And here it is on the map. It's a really, really long distance. Now, I don't know the altitude for this photo, so I've just done the calculation in the distance. So it's not 100% accurate, but still, we should have 61.7 miles curvature, which is 99.4 kilometers.
Now,
and here it is, the photo again. Here it is a little bit closer, and that's Mont Blanc in the background. So again, this is not possible. There should be a lot of
oh yeah, this is absolutely debunked.
Curvature there, 60 miles or 99, nearly 100 kilometers. Now, here is an interesting article from a science website which says that the Earth's surface curves out of sight at a distance of 3.1 miles or 5 kilometers. Well, after these photos, I'm not sure about that anymore. And it also tells us that our visual acuity extends far beyond the horizon. If the Earth were flat, or if you were standing on the top of a mountain, surveying a larger than usual patch of the planet, you could perceive bright lights hundreds of miles distant. On a dark night, you could even see a candle flame flickering up to 30 miles or 48 kilometers away. Well, I don't think so. How could you see a candle flame from 30 miles away? You couldn't even see it from a mile away, because it's a small flame, and we know that the further something is, the less and less it's visible. So again, science. That's why we question science, right? Now let me show you a clip from a documentary called Flatlanders. It's a 4-part documentary. I'm not sure if you can find it on YouTube, but if you go on BitChute or Rumble or any other video platform and you just type in Flatlanders, all the 4 parts should come up. So here is a little clip about long distance photography again.
It's embedded everywhere, and basically science just says there's refraction. That's their only answer. Oh, there's refraction. That's why you're seeing it halfway around the world. Yeah. Exciting location, Malibu, California.
Is this Jay fucking Tollins? That piece of shit fraud? I think it is.
And we're watching mountains in the distance. In infrared. This is a converted infrared camera. I can see Mount Baldy about 70, 80 miles away. And I can see the Arrowhead Mountain. Barely, because it's got snow on top. That's at about 115 miles. But Mount San Jacinto, right now, I cannot tell if I'm picking it up or not. Later, when I go home and I process the information in Photoshop, sometimes I just contrast and I spot it. But we can at least see something in the distance. And usually the cloud cover, so there's a slight cloud cover that blocks the infrared light from the sun. So the mountain could be in an infrared shadow. But the other ones show up, so that's great.
Could be in the infrared. Could be in the infrared shadow. Okay.
Cool stuff. It's exciting to be able to see that far, right? 123 miles away.
Yeah.
Mountains that shouldn't be.
Yes, you're standing on a hill, dude. You're standing on a mountain yourself. So yeah, why wouldn't you be able to see that far away?
visible, you know? Now that I've lived this reality for a while, you know, it's not as exciting, but when you first hear about it, it's like shocking, you know? So I went through my, you know, paradigm shift about 5 years ago and everything kind of just boom, 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 like a domino effect. And I realized, oh my God, we're like under a dome.
All right, now let's talk about long distance videography.
God, what a stupid fuck.
And the following footage I'm about to show you is also a Guinness World Record, and you will see it in a moment. The guy recorded himself from 12.4 miles or 20 kilometers away. Here is the calculation again. There should be 102 feet or 31.39 meters of curvature, meaning the guy shouldn't be visible at all, but you will see that even his shoes are visible in the recording. Check this out.
The video and audio that you're watching right now is being filmed from 12.4 miles away, or about...
Yeah, that's a sixth of a fucking degree. That's a sixth of a degree.
20,000 meters, which makes this the longest, furthest recorded video ever.
No, it doesn't.
This is the
This guy's a fucking liar.
2-foot long lens, which is going to make this possible. It's one of the longest and most efficient lenses, which can allow you to shoot extremely long distances. I have no idea why anyone would actually want to have this in real life. It is a 452 times zoom, which is, well, stupid. We're going to be able to see from one end of this extremely long desert road, which stretches across this giant valley for about 12 miles. I'm going to be standing all the way on the other end of that, and then we're going to have this camera fastened safe and sound right here at this little clear.
Yeah, there's a valley. You can tell there's a fucking valley, man.
Out here, far away from the road, but still aimed at the exact other end of it. As you can see from the final result, this is how it looks like.
See, there's a reason why there's a little, there's the remnants of a river right here, because everything flows down out from here and flows into the lowest part. See, that's why it's like that.
Road, but still aimed at the exact other end of it. As you can see from the final result, this is how it looks like.
I mean, you can even see it going downhill, dude. Look at this.
Road,
look,
but still aimed at the exact other end of it. As you
can even see it going downhill. It's going downhill.
See from the final result, this is how it looks like to be filmed from 12 miles away. So I'm petitioning Guinness World Records. I'm looking right at you, Guinness, wherever you are, to basically allow me to gain this world record. And I'm going to explain to you how exactly I did that. This thing right here is an apparatus which is going to prevent too much sunlight from reaching into the lens, because of course when you have a 400 plus X zoom.
Right, barn doors. What the fuck lens is this, man? What the fuck is this thing?
Zoom, and you're filming something from nearly 13 miles away, it's going to be kind of catastrophic to the end result. If too much sunlight is entering in there, it's going to overexpose extremely high. This is the only...
No. Not if your camera can adjust for it. Dude.
Valley in the entire...
This kid knows nothing about photography.
Country which just simply has the largest amount of open space that allows me to even attempt to do this. And I really have no idea how it's going to turn out. So if you're seeing the video edited into this, that means it turned out actually good enough for me to make it into a YouTube video. I can only dearly hope that I'm actually standing in the right place.
Yeah, you can't see the bottom of the building because of your limited vision, you know, because your vision only sees the top halves of things. If you could see the top of the buildings, Dick, you could see the bottoms too. That's not how limited vision works. And what do you mean limit of vision? Yeah, you can see stars at night, right? How far away you think those things are? You think those are further away than Chicago from Lake Michigan or whatever? Think they're a little further than that? You're dumb as dog shit, man. You really are.
to have myself filmed in, because from across this 12-mile wide valley where I have this whole camera set up, and where I'm standing at the highway at the edge of the...
Yeah, he even admits it's a valley. So what's the big deal, dude? Why is this monumental? Should be entered in Guinness.
Valley. You
don't think anybody's recorded longer than 12 miles? Seriously?
Of error that I have in order to stand in the right place is equivalent to about 0.001 arc seconds. To put it simply, it's very, very narrow. The chances...
I mean, you got a shitty... I mean, I can't even tell if you have a face, man. This looks like a fucking watercolor painting. You want a prize for this?
Of me standing in the exact correct spot for you to see me is about the same chance of you getting a hole-in-one in Wii Sports.
We don't have a limit to our vision, Dick. We don't. We can see as far as light goes. We can see millions of light years away, man.
With the golf. And the chances of me looking directly at you right now is about the same chance as you getting a hole-in-one in Wii Sports golf.
Billions of light years away.
About 10 times in a row.
And also, as a further note that I forgot to add into this while I was recording, this was actually a 10 times further of a zoom than what the lens can offer on its own by using an updated version of the normal Canon DSLR's camera software, which allowed me to zoom in up to 10 times the distance as well that was already there, which made it technically over a 4000x zoom.
Now, since we're here and I already traveled for about 45 minutes to get to the point away from where the camera is currently filming me, I guess I might as well put into perspective the amount of distance that there is between me and you right now. I am about 20,000 meters away, so as I said before, that's a very far distance, and it means even the speed of light is going to take 0.00001 seconds to reach your eyes through this camera. So technically I'm 0.0001 seconds delayed. So anyways, that's all I'm going to say for this video. If you found this to be educational, then...
Nope, didn't.
Well, I could just say subscribe, I guess?
Not one fucking little bit.
So guys, honestly, I have more and more doubts about the existence of the curvature, and this is the reason why I want to talk about water, because I never thought this actually this way, but we know that water always finds its level, and as you can see it in this article, it tells us the absurdity of the globe is believing that water's surface takes the shape of...
See, this is exactly what it does right here. This is exactly what it does right here. I don't know what to tell you, man.
What is underneath. Even if oceans were forced to stick to the ball Earth because of gravity, the water would still remain level and not curved. So again, it's just some common sense, and I never thought about it this way, but how can tons and tons of water stick to the ball even upside down?
Gravity,
it just doesn't make sense to me anymore.
Gravity,
especially after what we've seen.
Gravity.
Let me show you 2 short clips with some
fucking
more
asshole.
common sense about water.
It doesn't matter how you spin water, the centrifugal force will push it away. I mean, it's basic science. How do you think a washing machine removes the water from your clothes? You're supposed to be on a ball spinning 1,000 miles per hour, orbiting the sun at 66,000 miles per hour while shooting through the galaxy at 500,000 miles per hour. That's also moving at 1.2 million miles per hour. Yet none of those speeds match anything we experience in reality. In fact, it's completely insane to suggest such a notion. Bodies of water always find an equilibrium. When they're at rest, the surface is completely flat. It's time to realize the math ain't mathing and the science ain't sciencing. You can't even make it make sense. You're not a random mutated monkey man living on an accidental rocket ball, so follow and bind your mind to find out where you really live.
Take the water bordering our horizon, for instance. It is the natural physics of water to find and maintain a level, and it just so happens that that level is flat. If If Earth was a spherical ball, water would not maintain such consistent flat levels. We are used to water doing this and this, but we have never in all our lives on Earth witnessed with our own eyes water do this. Water does not bend. It's not called sea level for nothing, you know. And if water did not always find a flat level, then why would we use tools such as this to achieve accuracy? Again, water does not bend.
Holy shit, man.
Rivers, for instance, always run down to sea level. If Earth was a rotating ball, then inevitably many rivers on Earth would, at some point in their journey, have to flow uphill. As Eric Dubay points
Why would they?
Out, the Mississippi is 3,000 miles long, which means it would need to run uphill for 11 miles on a globular Earth.
Why would it need to go up 11 miles uphill? Because it goes north for 11 miles?
He also points out that a portion of the Nile runs for 1,000 miles with a fall of only 1 foot. Again, if the Earth was a spherical ball, this would be impossible.
So after all this, how can we believe that this is what's happening on the bottom of the globe?
Dumb people are just so fucking entertaining, aren't they? They are just so entertaining. Holy shit.
Let's say in Australia, for example. Okay, so now let's talk about those ships and why and how they disappear, whether it's curvature or not. And first, let me show you a short clip from a guy called Bill Nye. He's an American TV presenter, also known as the Science Guy. He's quite famous in America. And here is a short clip of how he explained this phenomena.
It's from the Earth Horizon model of science. Watch. As ships sail away, they don't disappear all at once. No, first, the bottom will disappear. See, the bottom of the ship is gone. Now we can see midway up, and then the whole thing disappears. Now, ships came back. They didn't fall off a table. So people realized that the world is curved. I mean, it's a big curve, but it's curved.
Okay, so it makes sense, right? This is what we all learned quite early in school. I personally saw it when I was on the beach, and I saw that after a while I couldn't see the ships. And this is exactly what Neil deGrasse Tyson said, and I showed you that in part 1. Here's a short reminder.
Here's the thing. We thought Earth was flat before we had sea-going vessels that went beyond the horizon, recognizing that there has to be a curve there, because the ship doesn't always stay in view. So Columbus, when he set sail, the ship eventually disappeared. And you can chase after him, and you can keep disappearing. You can keep doing this. This would count as evidence that Earth's surface was curved.
So basically he says the same thing, but in my opinion it's a little bit controversial, because in the previous part when we were talking about the space jump of Felix Baumgartner, he said that from that height you cannot see the curvature. Here is a short reminder.
You don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
So again, how is it possible that from such a distance, if you go up so high, you cannot see the curvature, but just by standing at the beach, you can see how the ships disappear due to the curvature?
So, you mean, how is it possible that you can't understand shit? That you cherry pick and quote mine a person that knows the Earth isn't flat, that has proof that the Earth isn't flat? You mean that?
That's a bit controversial for me, so let's go into the details and see why is it possible, or what's the solution, or what's the answer. First of all, I was asking Google AI how far we can see at sea level, and it tells me that you can see about 2.9 miles or 4.5 kilometers.
Oh my God, you're fucking dumb, Dick.
Kilometers due to the curvature of the Earth.
Yes, I would call anyone stupid who types that, what you just typed.
This is the distance to the horizon. Okay, now what's the definition of the horizon? It means the line at which the Earth's surface and the sky appear to meet. So it looks like the sky meets the...
Kind of like an edge of a building, but turned on its side.
Ocean, but we know that it doesn't happen. Okay, here is another definition which is also important, the vanishing point. 1. The point at which receding parallel lines viewed in perspective appear to converge. 2. The point at which something that has been growing smaller or increasingly faint disappears altogether. Now please remember all these.
Right, these are artistic terms. This is an artistic term.
Definitions, and here is a couple of footages where you stand at the beach and people with...
Yes it does, Dick. It most fucking certainly does. We've measured it as such. If it didn't, then we couldn't set up an equatorial telescope correctly.
The high zoom camera or telescope, they zoom in and guess what happens?
You know, the equatorial telescope, that thing that was designed specifically because the Earth spins. That's why it was invented, to counteract the Earth's spin.
You can bring back the ship into view.
Right, you can increase its angular size to make it visible again. Yes, you could do that. But this ship was never over the horizon. You haven't brought it back. You've just increased its optical resolution.
It doesn't disappear due to curvature. It disappears due to perspective. Here is another example when they zoom in like crazy.
No, Dick, I didn't say that the geometric reality of my belief is stupid. I said you're stupid for typing that. Because it's fucking gibberish.
And there you go. There's the ship again. So let me show you a couple of more examples with high zoom cameras, and again you can decide for yourself.
With high zoom cameras and small boats and a complete misunderstanding of optics.
But it looks like this is just perspective. Things disappear beyond the vanishing point, and this is how...
That's not the vanishing point. What the fuck are you talking about, man? The vanishing point is in art. That's in art, man.
Our eyes can see. So here is a couple of more examples, and we continue with more details in a moment.
This dumb fuck just doesn't understand anything. Ships disappear, bottom. Why the bottom of... Okay, what's this? Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is adorable. Yeah, we'll just speed it up. I'm losing my patience with this dumb fuck. You didn't state the geometric reality of our belief. You didn't. According to geometry, penguins are literally upside down relative to polar bears. You call this fact stupid? No, I call you stupid. You're stupid, Dick. You're stupid. I mean, this guy is just annoying. Annoying as shit. He really is. We'll speed it up a little.
Time. Boats vanish beyond the horizon due to perspective and not the curvature of a round Earth, as demonstrated here with the white cap
Oh, we got the camera below the level of the table trick.
being the boat and the countertop being the flat Earth, and the camera will
Right, and you've placed the camera underwater or underground. You've placed the camera lens below the surface of the table.
be at ground
You've created curvature.
level, as you can see. The white cap in the bottom right corner. Now watch as we move it away. It disappears.
Right, yes, you're looking up over the edge of the table, man. What a dishonest piece of shit.
Slowly, then it's totally gone out of your view. Doesn't mean it went over a round counter, does it?
No, it went over a horizon that you created by dropping the camera down.
Just means it went out of your line of sight due to perspective.
No, it didn't. No, man, you're a fucking retard.
But as you can see here, if you zoom in with the camera, you're going to find that it pops right back into view.
Right, because the camera is at an angle like this, and here's the table, right? When you zoom in, the end of the lens gets longer and goes above the table, you stupid fuck. That's what happens when you zoom. The lens gets longer, and then it's over the edge of the table.
Proving that it did not disappear due to curvature, but due to perspective.
Man, flat earthers are the most dishonest motherfuckers on the planet, aren't they?
And then we can see the same thing on...
No, the camera is not at eye level. The camera is tilted up slightly, and the center of the table is directly in dead center on the lens. So as you go away, see, the camera's looking up. So it's going further and further down away from the center of the lens. And then when you zoom in, the lens gets longer, and then you can see over the table. See, it's a fucking trick. It's a trick done by a desperate fucking liar who can't handle the fact that the earth is not flat.
On this footage, this was recorded in a football field, and as the guy walked...
Yes, a football field that's graded, that's domed to aid in drainage. See, that field is not flat. It's specifically made with a curve to it so that water drains better.
Walks away, just like the ships, the bottom disappears first.
So way to go proving the curvature of the earth. What you've done here is you've just proven the curvature of the earth. You've shown a person disappearing bottom up, but the only way that's possible is if this field is curved, and it is.
First, like you can see, his legs are not visible anymore, even his trouser, nearly half of his t-shirt, and as he's coming back, everything comes back into view again. So,
right.
Just for one last time.
37.35. It's actually about 37.30. All sports fields i.e. are domed for drainage. That field is not flat. So you tried to prove that the earth is flat by showing bottom-up obstruction. On a curved field. Welcome to the globe.
This is due to perspective and nothing else. I hope it makes sense now. Okay, and if this is still not...
Hey, Karen.
Enough, I still have more for you, and what I'm about to show you is something I wanted to give you as a bonus today, but I have a different bonus, so I just put it into this part. So basically, I was asking ChatGPT...
Bonus?
if the Earth is flat, just to play a game. So I said to the AI that, you know, don't take this seriously, let's just be a bit playful. And if the Earth is flat, then is it possible that the bottom of the ships disappear first? And if so, what's the reason for that? Here is what it said. I understand that you are trying to understand the phenomena of sight and the disappearance of distant objects through a theoretical exercise. Assuming the Earth is flat and level, here is what could cause the disappearance of ships and optical illusions. 1. Visual limitations and optical effects. The human eye's actual range of vision is limited. Even in clear conditions, the human eye can detect objects only up to 5-10 kilometers away. This is due
That's bullshit.
partly to atmospheric disturbances like scattering or reflection of light, as well as the natural limits of the field of view.
So I can't see stars? Or is ChatGPT saying that stars are 10 miles away?
Optical illusions. On a flat Earth, optical...
That's funny, because we can see stars at the horizon through the most dense fucking atmosphere that we that can be produced on Earth. But yeah, we can see it. But yet ChatGPT says that you can't see further than 10 miles. Who are you going to believe? Your lying eyes or ChatGPT?
Illusions and atmospheric effects could still affect the perceived image. For example, due to light refraction, distant objects might appear distorted, making them seem as if they are
I don't know what my dominant eye is. I haven't checked.
disappearing. Atmospheric refraction,
I used to know, but I don't care.
which is changes in light wavelength and speed through different layers of the atmosphere, can cause optical illusions. If the Earth were flat, atmospheric refraction could partially or completely obscure distant ships, though other factors might also distort the view. Bottom of the ship disappearing first. Light reflection. If the Earth were flat, look at this. The bottom of the ship would still disappear first due to the effects of vision and light reflection. The light reaching the distant horizon runs lower than the upper parts of the ship. Due to atmospheric effects and angular differences, lower parts might blend into or become invisible due to the limits of sight, while higher parts remain visible longer. Summary. In theory, if the Earth were flat, the disappearance of ships would mainly be caused by optical illusions and atmospheric conditions. The bottom of the ship disappears first because lower parts reach the visual limit or become distorted by atmospheric conditions before the higher parts do. High zoom cameras can detail the viewed image, but they cannot completely alter the fundamental optical and atmospheric limits of object disappearance.
This sounds like AI that's been fed fucking flat earth bullshit like Dave did, like Dave Weiss did. That's what this sounds like. Or like fucking Ryan.
There you go, that's your answer.
Yeah, like fucking he did. Say, well, so you can't go by measurements or evidence or proof or anything. You just got to go by what you see. So let's have a conversation. That's what he did. This sounds like this is done by AI that's been fed a script, been given rules.
If the Earth is flat, this is still possible. So if someone asks you next time, why is the bottom of the ship disappear first, show them this video. Now, back to this article again. It tells us that the Earth's surface curves out of sight at a distance of 3.1 miles or 5 kilometers. If the Earth's surface really curves out at this distance, which we already shown, it's not possible, then the other problem is that lighthouses would be completely useless. The whole point of lighthouses...
Why would they? Why would they be completely useless? Number one, they're high up. This is completely false. There's no lighthouses that are right at the fucking at sea level. They're always on a cliff or on a mountain or a rock or higher up on the land. Yeah, there's no lighthouses that low. It did get it right where it's painted red and white so it can be seen at a distance, but that would only be if it's up high. Number two, you're not looking at night. You're not looking for the lighthouse. You're looking for that big beam of light overhead. That's what you're looking for.
That they are visible from a much longer distance, and I was asking the AI about this.
There you go. That's a little better.
You know, what are the longest or how far people could see lighthouses, and this is what it said. Anecdotal reports of lighthouses being visible from extreme distances can vary greatly and may not always be scientifically verified. However, there have been accounts of lighthouses being visible from distances exceeding 30 or even 40 nautical miles. Now, 1 nautical mile is 1.15 normal miles, which is 55 to 74 kilometers, under exceptional conditions such as extremely clear weather, favorable atmospheric conditions, and high elevations for the observer. These instances are rare and not representative of typical visibility ranges, but the point is that it did happen before, that they were visible from such a distance. So again, this article is not very scientific in my humble opinion. Now, another thing before we...
So again, Dick, at what point does the water impede the vision? Impede your vision? At what point does the water get within this fucking cone of vision, Dick? Please tell me. Because physically it can't. It fucking can't.
Continue, which we said that we see a certain distance and we see the same distance in all directions due to perspective. So even if you're in the middle of ocean and it looks like you see some kind of curvature, that's perspective.
So is that how curved you think the Earth should look? Is that how curved you think it should look? You dumb fuck.
And not curvature, just to make sure we're all on the same page. And finally,
we don't have a circle of vision. We don't have a circle of vision. Fucking dumbasses.
If this was curvature, then this is actually makes a lot of sense to me. Why don't we see pictures of airplanes like this one with a high zoom camera? We never see such photos. So that's not curvature again. So here is my summary of this whole part.
Wow, you are dumb as shit, man. Why in the fuck would we see this? How in the fuck would we see this? How? This would have to be 90 degrees away from you.
And then we continue with something else.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Alright, now after all this, I want to talk about engineers and engineering in general, because we
good subject.
Do have extremely long bridges in the world, and
yes, and those bridges prove that the Earth isn't flat, prove that it's curved.
After what we have just seen so far, I'm really not sure anymore if engineers need to account for and calculate for any curvature.
No, they just need to build at a specific height above the water. The water takes care of it.
Of course, there are examples like this photo when you see some curve, but that's the construction of the bridge itself and not the water surface or the Earth's surface. Here's another one with a really long bridge. So again, my question is the same. Do they account for curvature or not? Here is this causeway again, which is 23.8 miles long, and there's apparently 380 feet of missing curvature. And we can go...
No, there's no missing curvature, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
On and on and on, and basically we can see the same thing. So again, when engineers do their planning and their calculations, I don't think they account for any curvature. Or let's talk about railroads, and you know, the same thing. There are thousands and thousands of miles of railroads without curvature. And by the way, this is
thousands and thousands of miles of railroad without curvature? Are you sure about that? Are you fucking sure about that?
Another good example for the vanishing point. Or let's not forget about canals, because they are also extremely long. And do they curve? Well, I don't think so. The Suez Canal, for example, a really good example, which is connecting the Mediterranean with the Red Sea, and it's 102 miles.
So he thinks that level means flat. That's what he thinks. He thinks that level means flat.
Long, without any loss.
Like all dumb fuck flat earthers, that's what he thinks.
Making the water...
Is that what you think, Dick? You think level means flat?
An uninterrupted continuation of the two seas. When constructed, the...
Of course you do.
Earth's supposed curvature was not taken into account. It was dug along a horizontal datum line 20 feet below sea level, passing through several lakes from one sea to the other, with the datum line around the water's surface running perfectly parallel over the 102 miles. If the
You think that, don't you, Dick? That level means flat.
Earth were a globe with a circumference of 24,901 miles, there would be 6,936 feet, or 1.31 miles.
That's how they think you measure curvature, is by drop.
Of curvature, but it is completely
fucking
level
hilarious.
with no locks needed. Now,
No, it's not. No, it's not, Dick. It's not synonymous with flat.
let me show you what the engineer called W. Winkler published in the Earth Review magazine, and he said the following: as an engineer of many years standing, I saw that this
Do you think north is up too, like this guy thinks? See, this guy thinks north is up. Is that what you think, Dick?
absurd allowance is only permitted in school books. No engineer would dream of allowing anything of the kind. I have projected many miles of railways and many more of canals, and the allowance has not even been thought of, much less allowed for. This allowance for curvature means this, that it is 8 inches for the first mile of a canal and increasing at the ratio by the square of
As an engineer of many years standing,
the distance in miles. Thus, a small navigable canal for boats, say 30 miles long, will have, by the above rule, an allowance for curvature of 600 feet. Think of that, and then please credit engineers as not being quite such fools. Nothing of the sort is allowed. We no more think of allowing 600 feet for a line of 30 miles of railway or canal than of wasting our time trying to square the circle. Well, it does a lot, in my opinion. So, again, people say that
your opinion? Your opinion means shit, man. You have no credibility. No one gives a fuck what your opinion is.
Flat Earth is so stupid, and at this point I'm wondering that we think this is normal and this is some really crazy stupid conspiracy theory. But if we have no observable curvature, that means the Earth is not a globe. And
No observable curvature. What about measurable curvature, man? What about measurable curvature? Because we have that.
I know this is not the scale, but I'm really wondering if we actually live on something like this. And I want to...
So it's not the scale, but you're wondering if we live on something like this. What? What? What the fuck are you talking about?
I want to show you a quote again because it really matches everything we talked about. The truth is the truth, even if no one believes.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And the lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. Alright, so we still didn't finish. I still have more for you, but at this point I'd like to say something. So when I was at this point in my entire research and investigation journey, I thought that what I found so far is really strange, and what I can tell from the previous experience, from the first 6 parts of this series, that so far Flat Earth is not that stupid as they say it is. If you think back, in part 1 we already saw that the number of people believing Flat Earth is...
I'm done with this dipshit. I'm done with this guy. Hey, Rich Monty. Yes, tower divergence. That's very good. Yes. They're plumb, but yet they're spaced further apart at the top. Isn't that weird? You know how the only way that can happen, Dick? The only possible way that could fucking happen? Do you know? I love idiots like Dick. Anyway, I'm done. I've been going for 2 hours and 16 minutes. I'm tired. Can't take this guy's fucking voice anymore. Just lies after lies after... Oh, let's see what the bonus is. See what his bonus is.
To do. So this is your bonus time, and today I have a really special one for you because it's about my beautiful country, Hungary. And in Hungary we have a lake called the Lake Balaton, and these are my photos. I've taken these last summer in 2020.
Is that a water park? Is that like a water park? Looks like it, doesn't it?
called the Lake Balaton, and these are my photos. I've taken these last summer in 2024. We've been there, and I'm gonna go there this year as well. I've been there a million times. It's an amazing place, but the reason why it's important, because Lake Balaton is the biggest lake in Central Europe. It's 48 miles long, which is 77 kilometers, and the curvature
less than 1 degree of curvature
of the Earth between the two ends of Lake Balaton results in a height difference of approximately
is 1 degree of curvature.
465.3 meters.
No. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
This means that if you stand at one end of the lake, the other end is about this much lower due to the Earth's curvature. Now the problem is that if you look at some aerial footages, and here are a couple of examples, again, you cannot see that so-called...
Right, there's less than a degree of curvature here, man. Less than 1 degree of curvature.
Curvature. So, and we talk about a...
Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck off.
I've had a bunch of people ask.
So, this is interesting.
I've had a bunch.
Joseph Hanvey has been busy. No, that's not it. Here? Yeah, check this out. Well, here we'll watch the short first.
I've had a bunch of people ask me to.
Let me fix it so it's better. There we go.
Show a star through a telescope going in and out of focus. Here you can see it's out of focus. We're going to go into focus, and now we're in focus, in prime focus, and we're going to come back out of focus. This next one is in an observatory while the operator is telling people about going into and out of focus. He is going into focus, he's in focus, he's going to come back out of focus. As you can see, when he comes out of focus, that's generally what you see people post a star. Same observatory in prime focus the whole time. Again, it's a whole lot different than what you see most of the time when people post these videos. This is a light on a cell tower, obviously. As you zoom in, you can see the light is in focus. You can see the fixture, the light itself. As we go out of focus, you get the rings, you get the circular effect, you get the wavy water pattern. It's not water, it's atmos and heat. This is another star, slightly out of focus. It's very close to focus, but it's still slightly out of focus through a telescope live. All of these are what mainstream astrophotography shows you. They show you these perfect stars that are in prime focus, but they're overexposed or stacked or both in every one of these situations.
He's basically saying, look, your blobby fucking pictures are out of focus. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I'll let you go. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. We will see you tomorrow. And